Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is I Don't Want No Huns. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy that you have found me. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for always being here. Today's video is a really sensitive, fun, I think at times, but a really sensitive video because it is a reaction video to a Zoom call that is about a specific person. And what's really special and also at times heartbreaking about this video is that the person in question in the video is also reacting with me. This video revolves around Angelique Robles. You might know her on Instagram as French Fries and Fairy Tales. If you need a recap on the situation that has happened with her termination from Monat, I will link it in the description and put it in the cards so that you can go back, get caught up on what has happened with her and her experience as a market partner, specifically a managing market mentor in Monat, and how everything transpired. I want to make clear that since before her termination, around the time that she started speaking out against the things she was experiencing, I did reach out to her, she responded, and she and I have been in constant contact almost daily discussing all of the issues. So I am very well aware of the timeline, of how everything went, how she is feeling about everything, and so I did this video with her with all of that in mind. The day that she was terminated from Monat, her upline, if that makes sense, held an emergency team huddle, a damage control Zoom call with over 200 market partners where they talked about the issue in a very unkind way while disguising it as being kind. So this call has been covered already by a few other creators, but today's video is not only me reacting to it, but it is Angelique herself reacting to what they are saying and providing her truth and taking that opportunity to say her piece of what is being said in this call about her and about the situation. I do want to have a warning that my videos tend to have 0 swear words because I try to keep my content appropriate for if you have littles in the background. However, with this video, I did not want to censor Angelique. I wanted her to be able to speak freely. And so there are a lot of curse words. So if you are listening or watching with littles, I highly encourage that you put in some headphones or wait until you can be without them. Again, please do not, well, not again, I didn't say that yet, but please do not seek out the individuals that are featured in this video, not Angelique, but the main Monat leaders. Please don't seek them out in terms of sending them messages of anger or hate. We are not bullies. We are the side of empathy and compassion and support. I cannot control if you go and seek them out, but I'm asking that you do not go out and do anything that would be constituted as bullying. Furthermore, if you want to support Angelique, she is more than welcome and open to all supportive messages. And you can find her at French Fries and Fairy Tales on Instagram. So now I hope that you enjoy this 1.5 hour long reaction video. Thanks for being here. We're going to do a live reaction to the damage control call regarding you, Angelique. So let's just do it. You ready, girl?
I'm ready. Hello. All right, we got a lot of people on here already. Hi, hello. Okay, tonight is not a training. I specifically labeled this a team huddle because it's going to be a little bit more intimate. We're going to have some serious conversation and just really talk from the heart tonight as a team. You know, I don't know how many of you know this, and it really truly pains.
I find it interesting. She's like, we're going to talk as a team. But I'm the only one who's going to talk.
Yo, yeah, that's classic, but nobody else can talk.
It's just me and a little bit of Connie. All right.
Means me to even have to have a team huddle to begin with. There's a lot of stuff playing out right now, unfortunately, within this team. And some of you guys might not even know about this, which is what really makes me sad to even have to bring this up because
But that's the best part, is that nobody, like, if people don't even know about it, you are bringing attention to the issue. That's like the biggest thing that we always say is like, if MLM people would just ignore us, then nobody would find out about us. They would, their downlines would not come to us. Sorry, I pause a lot, but
No, you're totally fine. You're totally
I have
fine.
so many opinions. Okay, here we go.
I with everything in me, I don't like negativity. With everything in me, I don't like having to address these kind of things. I sit here going, oh my gosh, like there are so many more important things that are going on in the world. There are so many serious life issues that are happening with people that I specifically know of. And yet we're having to have a team huddle tonight, but I do think it's necessary. And we're going to get into that a little bit, but I was.
So when I was first, oh God, some of these names, I'm like, just fucking punch me in the face. So some of the people on this call, number one, are absolutely terrible people, human beings. For example, I'm going
to blur out names.
Okay.
I'm going to blur out her hat.
Okay, cool. Some of these people are absolutely terrible, and are literally known for causing such destruction amongst their teams. And it's just funny that they're on this call saying already, like, we're all adults, like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, kick fucking rocks.
Kick rocks. Idiot. Because that's what the bullies say. Well, you can't handle it. Why don't you act like an adult?
Yeah.
Rise to the occasion.
And he said, sometimes, like, let's think of us with our children. Sometimes some things happen and you have to sit down with your kids and you have to talk to them, right? You have to walk them through those things and you want them to hear it.
Your downline is not your children, are not your children. They are not your children. You don't need to address this situation. Here is a time where meetings like this are important. If you work in an actual, I feel like she's staring right at me and I'm like very uncomfortable the way it's set up. In an actual corporate setting, school building, like where you're teachers, when a situation arises where you know that every single person was affected, then you do need to address your staff. But they set up this hierarchy and MLMs where they make it feel like Brittany Rose is your boss, but she's not your boss because you own your own business. So when this thing happened between you and Tina, it did not ever need to involve her. She didn't need to do this. This is the girl that's in the mediation where you're like talking to the two people who are fighting. And then you're like, why are you here? And you're like, I'm here because that's my girl. And you're like, but you have nothing to do with this. Go home. Go back to class. That's what this situation is. You're not their boss. I know that MLM set it up as like a leader and whatever. I get that. But like for her to say, we know, maybe you don't even know about the situation, then you're letting people now know about it.
And what's not, I don't want to say it's funny, but what's crazy about the situation is and what I want people to know is that before this happened, let me just kind of set this up. Before this happened, so this happened when? Yesterday?
This meeting was 2 nights ago from when we're recording.
So that's, when did this Monday?
Yeah. Like right after you were terminated.
Yeah, so this happened Monday. The day I was terminated. Look at my sweatshirt.
No!
Sorry.
Wait, they made one that fits? They made one?
No, I had this made on my own.
You stop it. I can't.
My bad. Okay, so
that's funny though.
This meeting took place on Monday night. I was fired Monday evening. Sunday night, I was on the phone with this individual for an hour and 17 minutes. And she said, I'm seeing some things on social media I don't like. Can you just share your heart with me? Because I don't think that this is you. I don't think that you feel this way. Like, what's happening? And I shared my heart. I said, listen, I want things to change. There are shitty things that go on in this company that I don't want to be going on. I've talked with them. They're all in for, well, they told me they were all in.
Right. They lied
for,
to you.
Like,
yeah.
to wanting change to happen. Literally, we talked for so long. And she was like, well, no, I understand what you're saying, but you're linking arms with the wrong people. Like, this anti-MLM community is this, that, and the other. And I even said, now, fast forwarding to now, I've said, listen, I don't think that you are a bad person. I think that you're in something and you're brainwashed to think that it's us versus them. You're brainwashed to think that if anybody says anything against what you're doing and how you're making your money, they're wrong. They're the enemy. And that is not true. I have gotten nothing but information and support from even when I was in Monat and talking to the anti-MLM community. Just because I'm anti something, that doesn't mean that I absolutely hate it. Anybody who believes in it, you're disgusting, you're a piece of, it's not me versus them. That's not what it is. So we had a long talk and she said, well, if you're linking arms with these people, then maybe you're not my people. And I said, I understand, but I think that that's very immature for you to feel that way. And she went on record and she said, well, not on record, but she said, Krista Parney, those aren't her people. She doesn't like the way that they do business. So she tries to not do business with them as much as she can because those aren't her people. They don't represent how she wants to be seen and all those things, right? Which I'm like, okay, cool. But then I'm like, why wouldn't you, if right now you're having to call a team meeting because of all this, why didn't you call a team meeting when I was being attacked or when people were talking shit to me? Why didn't you stand up for me?
All that it would take for this to stop is for the CEO, the president, any of these SEDs to just say, we were wrong. We made a mistake and we apologize. And as a community, like anti-MLM, we're not going to be like, well, we're still going to run. No, we'd be like, thank you. Great. And now we can move on to your income claims or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they just have to admit that they are trying to turn you into the aggressor when you're not, and they just refuse to do that. Didn't you say that this individual warned you about me?
Oh yes, she warned me about, like, from the beginning of the conversation. She was like this, I don't want no Huns girl. Like, what's her name? And I said her name is Mallory, and she was like, she's so mean to me. She drags me through the mud. And here's the thing. And I told her, I'm like, I get what you're saying. Because there's people on this call that she knows that have dragged me through the mud, that have hurt me and been so vicious and disgusting to me. She knows that. Right. And yet she sees them on this call. Yeah. Is she thinking about what that's going to do to them, what information that's going to give them and how they're going to drag me? No, she's not thinking about that. But I'm supposed to stop and think about who she has an issue with, and I'm supposed to do something about that.
Right. And not talk to the person that she has an issue with.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. So, and it's just, she's mad because I kind of built my platform around remixing her reels.
Right. And I've told her, and I said, listen, I'm as somebody who, I've done stand-up comedy. I talk shit, but it's not like I'm not trying to be hateful. Right. I get what you're saying and how it can hurt you. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But again, it goes to, well, then why didn't you do anything when people were doing something to me?
Right.
So
because that doesn't benefit her. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
From you, as opposed to hearing it from someone else. And I feel like that's where we're at right now with our team is there's some things going on.
And this is one of the things I love about MLMs is that they use things that are commonly used in normal life to make it sound like, oh yeah, that makes sense. For example, she's saying, I wanted you to hear this from me as opposed to hearing it from someone else, right? And then she brings up her children. We use that with our kids. We're like, it's better I hear about the bad thing you did from you than your teacher has to call me, right?
Right.
In this situation, though, the someone else is the people telling the truth, is the anti-MLM community. So she doesn't want her team to hear about what happened from you, Angelique. She doesn't want to hear about it from me. She wants to be able to spin it, twist it, and you're going to hear it from me. So they're using real life tactics that we use for our children and for other things. And so that when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But it's a manipulation tactic.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you guys to hear it from myself. I want to give you some words of wisdom. I want to encourage you. And I want us to grow to be strong in our leadership, in our community, our culture. That's one thing that I brag on, is how much I love this team, how much I love the people that have joined this team. And so to see some things that are going on, it truly rattles me and it breaks my heart. But so some of you might be on here going, what the heck? What are we even talking about tonight? And I know, I'm sorry. But If this is not for you, you're like, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't care about this. I don't.
So, and one thing I want to point out is that, so this is later in the evening. I had already been terminated for like, let's say 5 hours. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was fresh.
Yeah. Some of these comments, one of these comments in here is coming from the person who signed me up, who benefits most from me, has not reached out to me or asked me how, oh my God, you're terminated. What happened? Are you okay?
To this day.
Not one, huh?
To this day, like right now, well, to this day, like 2 days later, she still has not messaged you?
Now she has.
Okay, but at this point has
I
not.
reached out to her first and told her that she was a piece of shit for not reaching out to me. And then we talked. But she's in here commenting.
Right.
Hearts. You're commenting heart emojis, but you have yet to talk to me. All the money that I've made you, all the things that I've done, you've yet to say, hey, bitch, are you all right, bitch? No, but you have time to get on a Zoom fucking call and send heart fucking emojis. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
No, you say your feelings. You speak your truth and show me your heart. Sorry, when people are like, when I hear that, tell me what's on your heart. I'm like, my heart has 4 chambers and blood. Okay, here we go.
I want to know about this. I do not want to waste your time tonight because I know that there is so much more important things, and I feel this is so. It just almost feels immature, right? I'm like, we're grown women. This is so silly that we're even having this conversation. So if you are like that, you're like, I have no time. This is utterly ridiculous. I am with you. I get it. For everyone else that needs some needs to be talked to or needs to know what's going on, this is the night we're going to do this, and we're going to come together. And this is the only night that this is going to happen. And we're not going to talk about this anymore. Klein, do you have anything to say to kind of start this conversation off?
Okay, sorry. I was just working on the waiting room in the inbox. I think that sorry, I'm sick, you guys. I just got back from a vacation and my mind is just like a big bowl of mush. But I think that...
okay, I have to ask you a question. Hold on. So, shoot.
Said, when you guys learn this as you grow in this business or any...
I can't help but notice, but her wall looks very similar to your wall. Not color, but like the things. Is that like a Monet thing? Do you guys have like...
No, hers is a little bit more intricate, but it's like, it is a trendy thing to like do like your wall, like so.
Well, I do want to paint my wall, but I don't want it to look like I'm a Monet girl, so maybe I'll wait.
Yeah, no, it's not a Monet.
No, I have noticed like Brooke Banks at Lime Life, I love her wall. I don't know if you know who Brooke Banks is.
I don't have no
I've done videos on her. She's got a great aesthetic. I love her. She thinks I hate her. I love her aesthetic. Like I like watching her videos though, because she's got like this beautiful room and this beautiful wall in the background. I'm like, oh, it's so nice to look at. She says crazy things, but you know, it's nice to like look past her to her wall. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Oh man, let me see this comment. I'm honestly so glad you were doing this because this really made me sad seeing what has transpired. I'm grateful. I am great. I am grateful. Greatful.
I'm grateful to hear the other side.
They're not on the other side.
See all sides of a fucking situation.
Right, and they're not even on the other side. Like they're not part of it. We're such losers. Okay.
Other business maybe you've been a part of, conflict is inevitable. So we're gonna have to deal with it at some point. And a lot of us don't want to deal with it and we don't like to deal with it. And we'd rather it just go away really fast because no one likes conflict, right? But sometimes that doesn't help anything get better. It doesn't help us learn as leaders. It doesn't help us take an evaluation of where we can be better, how we respond to situations. And that's kind of why we're having the conversations, so that we all go, how can we in this business make the most of it while we're growing people, while we are allowing space for us to all be human, because we are and we all make mistakes, but how do we respond when conflicts come up that we're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we say? What do we not say? And that's kind of like why we wanted to have the conversation.
Pause.
Absolutely.
What's funny is that multiple times I've brought up in Brittany's chat with Connie and a bunch of people that are in there, I've said, listen, I'm having the conflict with one of the girls who's in this chat. I'm having such conflict with this. It's causing me like such grievance. How do I deal with this? So what do I do? What's the Monet way? Because there's no back office training. There's no fucking bumper sticker you get for completing a how to not whoop somebody's ass when you want to whoop somebody's ass training. Like, there's none of that. And I was quickly shut down with, you're being negative. That's negative. Nope, negative. Like, oh, we don't want to talk about whatever.
Which we now know, like, if you take the time to learn, that is called toxic positivity. That is letting people say, no, we just have to be positive. For example, here's an example of toxic positivity. I don't know if you're familiar with the creator Jessica Hickson. To just give a real quick backstory, Jessica Hickson was in It Works. She's a pretty big creator on YouTube. Long story short, she got COVID, and she got this like after effect of COVID where she can't taste or smell, and like when she does eat, it like is rotten food. It's really bad, like flesh, like really bad. So she like did a GoFundMe. She was able to find this procedure that was like had like a 90% success rate of curing her, and it did not really work the way that she thought it was going to. So she was experiencing some really major depression, and somebody left her a message that was like, you should really consider that it could have been worse and be grateful for what you have. That's an example of toxic positivity, of like, don't acknowledge the like, just ignore the bad thing that's happening and think about all the good things you have. No, it is healthy and normal to be like, there is a conflict. Something negative is happening in my life. I'm going to sit in it. I'm going to marinate on it. I'm going to figure out how I want to feel about it. I'm going to process it. And then once I have processed it, then I can start to feel positive again. But you can't just shut out negativity. Life doesn't work like that. And that's not how we work through conflict. But in MLMs, in cults, they don't want to hear the negativity. So it is very interesting that you say that she would tell you, shut out you're being negative, which then puts it on you. You're the one at fault. You're being negative. No, somebody is treating me like garbage. I'm not the one being negative, but don't tell me I'm being negative for calling it out and saying this needs to be addressed. So yes, we see toxic positivity. That's a new Britney Spears song right there. We'll figure it out.
So to break this down for you guys, some feelings were hurt, which led to, and this is the thing, which led to words. And
what an oversimplification of an entire situation. Some feelings were hurt, which led to words. What does that even mean?
It's just crazy, because all of the stuff that literally she told me on Sunday, she repeats in this Zoom call. Like, oh, the tongue can bring life and death, and there's reactions for your actions, or you've said all that stuff. Like you've said it all,
right?
But now when she's getting hate for doing this, and I'm telling her, and she's blaming it on me, saying it's my fault that I did this. I made her do this Zoom call apparently. And I said, no, this is a reaction to your action. But
every action has its equal opposite reaction. Oh,
yeah, exactly. I can't.
Okay.
I've been in this zone of
AutoZone,
thinking of my kids and parenting them, and what would I do as a parent, and what am I trying to teach my children? And I know that no one on this call is a child. Like, my job is not to parent anyone, right? We're all mature. We're all adults. We all pick and choose what we want to do. But when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, what would I tell my kids in this situation? And words matter.
What I think she would have told her kids in this situation was, well, what were you wearing? Sorry, that my brain went in a completely different. I'm just saying, because she's turning, like, in my opinion, she's turning, because I'm like really going in a different direction. She's turning, like, if her kids were in the situation, would she tell her kids that they were wrong for speaking up? Do you see what I'm saying? If you were the kid, right. So the way that this is all turned out, if her daughter got assaulted, like, I'm going super, super drastic, but I like to go super drastic because sometimes you need to see the very drastic side of things to understand how it applies. So it's the same thing though. It's like, well, okay, but Angelique, what were you wearing? Were you wearing a short skirt so he couldn't control himself?
What you're saying.
Do you see what I mean? And that's kind of, it's like the same, again, I'm not saying it is the same thing. It's the same idea. It's kind of like in the same lane, not nearly as severe. So we're not calling these people predators in that term. But that's the idea. So in my mind, I'm thinking, like, if your kids come home and go, Mom, this kid was really awful to me today. Is she going to go, well, your words matter and you should probably just ignore it and not bring up the negative? No, I really believe that this woman, who I have seen some of her other posts about how she philosophizes, that's not how you say that word. Her philosophies on life. I have seen how she like thinks about some things, and not to get political, but you know, we all know where she's been. We've seen her post. I really believe that she'd be like, nope, we're going to that school. We're going to fight that kid. Like, if her kids get hurt, she's going to defend them. But you're not her kid. You're not her blood. You're not her family. So she's going to phrase it in this way of like, how would we do this with our kids? And I'm calling bull.
Can bring life and they can bring death. And that's why I don't like talking about this kind of stuff and bringing this to the forefront, because all I'm doing is sharing that there is negativity. And
is she implying that by talking about this, we can bring death? Because it's like we're bringing negativity by talking about negativity. Well, then you should stop talking about the gas prices, Brittany Rose. Because if that's so negative, stop talking about it. You know what? Next time somebody watching this, the next time she posts that, can you please say, you're really being super negative and you should ignore it?
And I don't want any part of that. I don't want that in my circle. I don't want to create that culture. I want to stay as far away from that as possible. But it's not real life. We have different personalities and we have different backgrounds. And
we don't live in the same real life. You live in a completely different real life than 99.7% of America.
Right.
The way people handle things differently, right? But words definitely matter. What you say matters. It can, like I said, it can make you, it can break you. And that's why we always talk about in business, like, what are you saying? Do you have the belief in yourself? What are you putting out there? Are you saying, I can do this? I am confident. I am smart. I am worthy. I can achieve what I've set out to achieve. Are you saying those things?
No, we are like, I don't know how many minutes in, because this isn't show 9 minutes in, and she has said nothing of worth. And I think every single Monat training video that I analyze, that's what I'm going to start calling it, an analyzation. Every single one of these things that I analyze, I get 5, 10, 15 minutes in and they've not said anything of worth. She's just like, words, they matter. Word salad, dummy, dummy. Word salad, dummy, dummy. Dummy, 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 dummy. Word salad. That's all that's happening.
In the same breath, what are you saying about about your sidelines? What are you saying about your business? What are you saying about this company? It all goes together. And I never really, I've always known that our tongue is so sharp, right? It can kill, it can do all of those things. I've known that, but I've seen it play out over the last couple of years. And I'm going to share a story with you guys. I had a director of mine, and I know that this business isn't for everybody. I know that some people, they try it, maybe they got something out of it, they move on. I know that their mind. Not everyone is a Monat lifer. I always say the one valuable lesson I've learned in this business is my first mentor said the people you begin with most likely aren't going to be the people you end up with, who end with you. And I know that because people come and go, people change. And I've always known that, and I've always accepted that. We never want to keep someone in a business that does not want to be here, right? But I think about some people that leave or that have gotten into this headspace of negativity or destruction, or they're so upset that they'll do anything, right? They don't care who they hurt, who they throw under the bus. And I wonder what is coming from that. And a lot of times when I've seen these things unfold and play out over the years, a lot of it, and I'm not saying everyone, right? Everyone has their thing. Some people might go, I'm just over it. A lot of times these feelings take root in their heart, whether it's envy or jealousy or bitterness or whatever the case may be. And I had this director a good 3 years ago or so. She was with me in the beginning, but she started to get envious and jealous because she wanted to be the best of the best. She wanted to be the number one income earner. She wanted the attention on her. She didn't want to go say hi to our president. She wanted the president to say hi to her. And And I remember her going, he didn't even come say hi to me. And I went, what do you mean? You go say hi to him. You go hug him. You earn his respect. You become friends with him. You let him know that.
If by president she's talking about Stu, bleh, I'm sorry. I'm not... Like, what is this? I've never worked for a job where it's like, should I go say hi to the president of the company? You go hug him. Ugh, God, no, he's not God. He's not the president of the United States. Like, this glorifying of Stuart is just so disgusting to me. Angelique, I have like a loathing disdain for Stuart McMillan. Have you met him? Have you met him?
Yes.
You see him. It's not the other way around, but that was her mentality, guys. And so this stuff started to grow in her heart. The negativity started to grow. It started to come out in her words. It seeped through her downline. She was almost a senior executive director, you guys. She is amazing at this business. She is amazing at sales. She is amazing at branding. She had everything going for her.
This comment is rich. I truly believe bitterness and envy in your heart are just as bad as a drug. He addicted to it. Makes you a different person if not checked.
What's so crazy is that the person I was talking about on this call in this chat is the most like envious. Like she is the most just wants to be number one so bad that she sets this false narrative up like so crazy. So let's just
like acknowledge we all have moments of envy. We all have moments where we feel that envy. It is natural. You cannot act like no one has ever felt envious. Okay? We can't for a moment pretend like we've never been envious. But to make it, to change this narrative that envy is supposed to be like the positive side of jealousy, right? Like when you want something someone else has, jealousy is the negative one and envy is like more the positive one. When you turn anybody saying that they're envious or feeling, oh, sorry, I'm gonna stop because I'm just gonna turn into a word salad. Yummy, yummy.
That she couldn't control what was in here and what was in here. And she let that take root and she let that take form. And ultimately, it destroyed her entire business, not just herself. She walked away. She said, you know what? I think I found something that's going to make me more.
What is this, Voldemort? Like, it destroyed her entire business.
Money that's going to give me more status, that's going to make me the best of the best. And she went away. She brought a lot.
Maybe she just realized that you were a basic bitches. And she was not about to.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
She just decided it never ended up working. She ends up working for corporate. But the moral of the story is that not one person pretty much in her entire downline, not one, was able to.
Oh, look at this person. You guys all look so amazing. Quit sucking up. Like, you guys look so amazing. Can you be friends and can we sit together at lunch?
Withstand the negativity and the words that she had put out of her mouth and that had seeped down into her team. And so when we talk about the importance of her,
she's like so good at these like buzzwords. The words she put out of her mouth and seeped into her team. Like she really paints
out of her ass.
She really paints a super horrific picture. Just these words seeping in. Like, I'm just picturing the black smoke monster from Lost. Like, if you know Lost, that's what I'm saying. Like, just...
I can't.
words. We talk about what you put out there. We talk about being protective over your business, over your team, what you say. It's not because you're being fake. It's not because you can't handle conflict. It's because you have to be super careful.
You can't handle conflict if you're constantly telling people that you're being negative. So shut up.
Exactly.
Of what your mission is. Are you out there trying to destroy and to just burn it to the ground, or do you want to bring life into it? Do you want to bring positivity into it?
I'm out to burn it to the ground.
Let's burn this place to the ground!
That's exactly what she told me on the phone. She was like, it's like you're out to burn it to the ground. Yeah, the fucking toxic bullshit I am.
Yeah, like MLM, like, and that's just the thing. Like, somebody messaged me today and they were like, they're a customer of Frangela Whitner. Angelique Frangela Whitner is what we call Angela Sumner because we don't want to say her name out loud.
Frangela
But
Whitner.
she buys the product and she follows Angela because she just like, she's a hypnotist and she's intrigued by her or whatever. She's like, but I really like the product, so I don't know what to do. And I was like, find any other product. Find any other product. Like, you shouldn't have a moral conflict over your shampoo. It's not that serious.
And ultimately, she whispered a lot of negative things into another market partner's ear. And that person said, you know what, I agree with you. Monat's not good. Monat's the worst. Monat's not going to last. Monat's on its last leg. It's not coming back. It's done.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far.
This was years ago, you guys. And she grabbed that girl. That girl went with her. And do you know that girl who left with her heard her downline was Jackie Ortega and Brittany Sauer. Number 1 income earner and number 2 income earner in the entire company. Tara was their upline, and she decided to leave because she thought that she was going to find something. Wow. Whispered lies and negativity into her ear. And
they see that imagery? She whispered lies and negativity. Like she was doing ASMR. Everything is terrible.
Know that she messaged Monat over and over and over. Please, can I come back? Please, I made a mistake. But sometimes
I called bull.
You can't undo the thing.
Do you know if this is true? Did she beg to come back?
No, which is bullshit because in 12 months in Monat's contract, you're allowed to come back.
Right, so you don't have to beg.
So this is fucking lies.
That you've done. You can't unsay the things that you've said. You can't
say but again, something. I'm giving up on you.
This is an example of they want you to think like, yeah, if you say bad things, you're going to give up this opportunity. You're going to be terminated. You're never going to be able to come back. So that's why you don't say anything.
Exactly.
That's not fucking true.
Right. And that's exactly the point, is that they don't want you to talk. If you see something bad, don't say something. Don't ever say something. If you experience something bad, don't say something because you're going to get fired.
Yep, and it's being negative.
And I keep saying with every action is a reaction, with every action is a consequence. And we're all adults. Like I said, I'm not the parent, you're not the children. Everyone gets to do what they want to do. They can choose the path they want to go down. They can say what they want to say, but there is going to be consequences, good or bad. And just in that one analogy, or not even analogy, just in that one story, it brought death and destruction to that entire team. And that
death.
Good for Monat for protecting themselves.
We would have to think of it, but I'm just like brought death and destruction to her team. Like, tell me that. Like, listen, I know you're super Christian. I'm just Christian. I'm not as Christian. But like, this is fire and brimstone shit, and this is why I can't get down with some churches because they're like death and destruction, and you're like, it's just raining. It's not that bad.
It's literally just shampoo. Nobody fucking died.
Like, it's not death and destruction.
That girl Tara, it was the biggest decision or the biggest regret she's ever made in her life. She walked away, and her downline, her entire team.
Somebody get Tara on the phone right now.
For real. Can we call Tara, bitch? Because I smell skunk.
I need to know if Tara's biggest regret is leaving Monat. Because I feel like at this point she'd be like, no, it was not marrying the love of my life.
Right, something.
Jackie Ortega's line and Brittany Sauer's line. If that doesn't give you chills, I don't know what does. But that's just one story.
I fucking can't. You know why? Because these fucking people with the fucking chills. They literally, somebody will be on here and be like, guess what? When it's raining outside, you make that reel and you show up for your business. The chat will be like, chills. I have chills. I have chills. For fucking what? Put a fucking jacket on. You ain't got no damn chill, bitch.
I got chills. They're multiplying.
Yo, fucking dummy. Fucking can't.
Of what negativity can do to your business. No,
chills
I don't think
for
that
sure.
We need to fake. We don't need to not talk about things. We just need to be careful with our words. And there's consequences to our actions, right?
Because I need to get something.
Yeah.
To make this more manageable and tolerable. One moment. Okay, bitch, I'm ready.
Okay, go for it, Con, for a second.
Okay. No, I'm here. I was going to tell you guys too, I was just thinking about this, and I want to ask you guys a question and kind of like tell you something too with a just perspective of what you want to do here and what you see this business for you, because that matters too. And you guys have to understand that in doing this business, one of the most biggest blessings.
Side note, one of these people, can you see my cursor?
No.
Okay. Well, one of the person, so somebody put the two faces and then the person put, wow. So that person's actually in my downline, and I've actually paid her lots of money in helping her stack her team, previously for sure. So, I hope she has chills in her fucking vagina.
Things that I've experienced, and I know Britt has experienced, and I know many of you have experienced, is that we get really close with people. We become friends with people. We link arms with similar personalities.
Okay, you only become friends, Connie, until they have a bad experience and they say, I'm not going to tolerate this bad experience. And then you're like, we can't be friends. I'm going to unlink arms. We're going to stop playing Red Rover with you. Okay?
Yep.
With people, and we sometimes in doing that forget that we're still running a business and we're still working with human beings. And what I mean by that is people that are not going to be like you, people that are going to not think like you, people that are going to not run their business like you. I mean, honestly, even Brittany and I, we're like best friends, but we're also very different. I mean, we think the same pretty much for the most part, but we're so different in so many ways. And
how do you think the same, but then be so different?
We're not so different, you and I.
You can decide to align yourself with why everything's so different, hate the differences in people, or you can say, that is literally how we were created to be, is different. And even though I might not agree with him or her on this area or the way they run their business or their team, the beauty is I run my own business. And you guys, that is the glorious thing we constantly talk about.
So if you run your own business, why are you in this meeting? Because this has nothing to do with your business. This was none of your business.
Because you have the freedom here. And I've never had that in any other job I've worked. I don't know about you, but I didn't have the freedom to run it the way I wanted to, or to...
You still don't.
Do certain things the way I wanted to, or because it was a certain way. That you're your own business.
No, you're not.
You have to understand that, and you have to remember that. And yes, you're going to find great people, and yes, you're going to connect with somebody, you're going to have lifelong friends, and you're also going to have people that come into your team and are in your upline and in your sideline that you're like, you know what? She's an interesting cookie. And that's about how I say it, right? No one, and that's it. Because
we are not, that's what I've been saying. We are not the shampoo, and we are not certain people in this business. It's our own business. Are you not the shampoo? Because one time I criticized the shampoo and someone told me I needed better toner. They're like, girl, you need better toner. And I was like, I like my buttery golden blonde. Oh, thank you.
I really just love people, but I think it's because I have this perspective. I don't think everybody's trying to do something personally to me. I don't think everybody means something every time they post something. Well, they must have said it about me, and I don't think... Because it's you don't need to, and you're going to drive yourself bonkers if you think that way. And if you want everyone to be just like you and work their business just like you, it's going to be a hard going route, guys. So what my challenge is to you is to, one, allow space for people to be people. You're not their God. You're not their anything. That's between them and God. And it's so relieving when you start to be that way, because then you don't have to go around policing things and wondering what, because you're like, you know what? I don't know if I really agree with that. So then what am I going to do about it? I'm going to do it the way I want to. I'm going to go about it this way with my team, right? And so I want to challenge you guys with that, is to allow space for people to be people, but also to ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? You guys, this is why this industry gets some funky. There are so many people in this industry that do things real dumb and real crazy,
Case in point, this call.
Yeah, for real.
It's just unfortunate. It makes the whole industry look bad. But I don't.
You know, this comment says it all comes down with a choice. Choose what's best for you. Choose to remove yourself from the negativity. Choose to remove yourself from negativity. There are times and places where you can say, I'm removing myself from the situation because it's a bad situation. But if the situation has happened to you, if you are the aggressor or the victim, you can't just remove yourself from the situation. You have to deal with it. You have to face it. You have to process it. You can't just always. Times where you remove yourself from negativity is when, I don't know, you're getting messages from somebody who is harassing you in your inbox. You remove yourself from that situation by blocking them so that they can't keep messaging you.
Right.
That's not the same thing as this.
Worry about that. I just go, okay, well, they're out there doing crazy crap. That's whatever. I am going to go and what is Connie called to do here in this business? And you guys know I love analogies, so I'm going to hit you with my same one I say all the time, and it's with cars. Do you know how many people drive their cars like crazy fools every day? They get in their car, they drink and drive, they don't wear seatbelts, they do all this crazy crap. Thousands and millions of people every day get in their car and decide to do something stupid with it. What the heck does that have to do with me and my vehicle? Nothing. I'm not going to just go, I'm going to stop driving a car because there's a bunch of weirdos. No, I'm going to get out here and do what I need to do to drive my car responsibly because it's blessing my life and getting me to and from the places I need to go. And it's a miracle that I have a vehicle that gets me to and from the places I need to go.
Okay, but when people are... like, right, thousands of millions of people are doing that. First of all, thousands of millions. And they're all doing crazy things in their cars every day. But... if these thousands of millions of people are doing crazy things in their cars every day, that does affect you because they will run into you. So it does affect you, Connie.
And I don't worry about the rest of the stuff, guys, and you'll drive yourself literally bonkers.
You'll drive yourself right into a drunk driver. I mean, I don't know what else.
Trying to run your...
Let it go and keep your blinders on? What does this person mean? Just, I have no peripherals. It's just
not the peripherals.
Life that way. Does that make sense? What else do I have to say? And you pop in and out, Brett, if you want. But that's just, I just always challenge people with that. My team knows all the time. I tell them, you don't have to like me. But my pastor always says, a wise person who wants to grow and go far can learn something from anybody. You don't have to be my best friend. You don't have to like the way I portray my business or the way I do my teachings or anything about me. You can hate that I wear smiley faces. You don't have to, I'm serious. And it's not going to offend me because I'm not going to be for everybody.
But if they can learn from anybody, why can't they learn from you, Angelique?
Oh, because I'm fucking negative.
I want to be bad.
Yeah.
But what I do hope from you on my team or in my downline is that you go, she may not be my cup of tea, but I'm learning how to do reach outs from her. I did learn that events are important from her or whatever. I'm not saying from me, I'm saying from anyone, right? That's what I do when I'm around people or in a circle of people that maybe aren't my besties or people I'm going to do life with. I just go, what can I learn from them? And that's wisdom. You just go, okay, they're obviously where they are for a reason. They've done this. And what can I learn from their mistakes? Because we make them all the time. I want you to learn from my mistakes. I don't do everything perfectly, you guys. No leader does. No person does. And hint, okay? I'm just giving you, or not a hint, I'm giving you a freebie here. The bigger you grow, the more mistakes you're probably going to make, okay? So just know, this is what I do. I look at people, I go, okay, she made that mistake, that was an ouchie. But you know what? I'm learned from that and whatever. I just
We all need this to learn how to handle this in our teams in the future. No one is immune. They still don't know what this is. They've not even addressed. It has been 21 minutes and they've not said a dang thing about any of it.
Let people be people. And I don't take things and let them fester in the heart because I know that is what the enemy wants to do. He wants to take all the good gifts.
And there he is, Satan.
In me, and the number way he's going to do it is when I let things fester that don't need to be. And he's going to...
This is gold. How is this gold?
It's not gold. It's fool's gold. It's fool's gold.
What the fuck,
He's going to take all the good Connie gifts and he's going to ruin them. I'm going to start waking up not feeling like I have purpose and going, oh yeah.
I'm sorry. You sell shampoo. I don't want to let... Is that your purpose?
I don't understand.
Purpose. It's that bottle of shampoo.
They are right about that. Or, oh, yeah, I don't like that about that. And, oh, yeah, and all of a sudden I'm going to be not who I am. So that kind of trailed it. And I don't know where else I could go with that, Britt. But that's...
Don't give the enemy a seat at your table. Put him at the kids' table.
Oh, yeah, they had us read that. They had us read that book.
What? What book?
It's called "Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table." Let me see if I can pull it up. Where is it? That's how they teach you how to fight your battles. It's called "Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table." Where the fuck is it?
You're just an amazing, pure soul, Connie. Ugh.
That's what I got.
Don't swear to God.
That's so good. You know, I'm sitting here going, I don't. Does everybody know kind of what we're talking about? You can put that in the
No. Nobody knows what the hell you are saying.
Nobody has a fucking clue what the fuck is going on.
But it's gold, and I have chills.
chat if you want.
Where's my
just say yes. Okay, good. Oh, Amber says no. Jen says no. Okay, so yeah, okay. I
have chills. I need my sweater.
I know that, and my husband was even like, you know, when you say something, now people are like, well, tell me, like, now they're going to go out there and try to figure it out, or what are you talking about? What's even going on right now? And so that's why I want this to be a one and done, and we're not having this conversation again. One of our market partners.
Are we going to talk about it now? Are we 22 minutes in and we're finally going to say what's going on? Let me just take... Oh, sorry, I had to burp. And let me get a sip. Here we go. As she tries to find the words. Look at her. She's like, one of our market partners, he had a bad experience and talked about it. Oh! Okay.
Chose to link arms and put some stuff out on our social media that just wasn't the best. And, you know, it's been...
Guys, when I got this shirt, which I recently was dragged for ordering this shirt, somebody was like, she went out and bought it. And I was like, I didn't go out anywhere. It was $20 at Walmart. But I'm so tall that it's so short. So, like, it's like, this is where it
Oh no! It's so cute though.
It is a cute shirt. I feel like these tigers are eating my bosom.
It's a lot better than this. Is literally should have been a foreshadowing.
Okay. Well, I just want to give you the backstory. The reason I bought this sweater is because the woman I mentioned from Lime Life, Brooke Banks, she went ape shit on a live wearing this sweater, and then Roberta already owned the sweater. And so she made a video wearing the sweater, and I was like, well, now I need the sweater. So we just all bought it.
That's amazing.
And then people are like, they went out and bought the sweater. They're crazy. And I'm like, okay.
I've been sitting back and watching and praying and, you know, giving grace and kind of just giving leniency to, like, let her.
You have not given a bitch no damn grace. You said, like, what was it? What is it? Little Rascal, choose or die, choose or die, choose or die. And then you fucking gave me the fucking act. So you're blind.
Figure this out on her own. Even though I'm like, oh, it's not really a good look. It's not really the best thing to say. Oh, it's kind of like actually painting everything in a very negative light and making it seem very bad. But, you know, like, let's just let her do her thing. And it's just kind of gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And today,
you fucking remember.
And through this, there's been conversations with corporate, you guys. There's been, I just had a conversation that I had just prayed, Lord, let me just speak like life into her, you know, and open her eyes to have a different perspective.
Pause.
But once again, everyone has a choice to do what they want.
Wait, she called you a negative person?
Oh yeah, this is just fucking amazing.
She called you a negative person.
This chat.
Say what they want, and they can choose to speak life or speak death or however they want to do this, and that's fine. And it kind of came to a head today, and she was terminated. And from there, you know, And now it's done. It's done. She chose her path. She chose that she wanted to link arms with a lot of people that are against network marketing.
Thank you, Samantha Gonzalez.
If you're against something,
not shame her in the chat. It's not cool. Thank you, Samantha Gonzalez.
We like you, Samantha. She's told all her VIPs to cancel. It's not good for our Pete's that follow the hashtags being used.
Yeah, why would I not tell my VIPs who I recruited to cancel when I'm no longer at the company? That's business 101, you. Sorry, Lord, please help me.
Then you're not for something, right? And I think that's where it came to a head. So, with that being said, it's like, how do you handle conflict? How do you handle being a good leader in this kind of situation? I remember when,
I love when just like with MLMs, just like anybody can become a leader. So they're like, I'm a leader now. And you have zero like training to do it. Like, if anyone is watching this, this is not how to be a good leader. In the least, this is not it.
I left my first network marketing company, you guys. I was actually in a network marketing company prior to this one. And I was so naive and so ignorant to the
MLM Boss Babe will be so thrilled to hear her admit to that. Thrilled. The MLM Boss Babe is constantly posting juxtapositions of her going like, if you quit, you can't make it if you quit. And she's like, then why did you quit this other one that you were in?
Oh, shit.
This industry, and I didn't really know how it worked. And, I wasn't sure. I thought, I could do both. I could sell these wellness products. When you feel good, you look good. I could sell some hair care. When you look good, you feel good. It like all goes together. I think I could do this. And I told my upline, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sell both these products. I'm going to join both companies. And she was like, no, you can't. You can't do that. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't do that? Nope, you cannot do that. You need to cancel your account. You need to terminate your account. And for the life of me, I thought, she's just being really mean. That's not nice at all. Like is mad because she doesn't want me to do anything else. And I had all these emotions and all these thoughts and all these feelings going through my head during that time. And finally, she pushed me to the point where I said, you know what, if I got to make a choice, I'm going to make my choice. And I said, I'm going to terminate my account and I'm going to go to Monat and I'm going to do this because I can see this opportunity. It is such a big one. And I know it's there. I know that something amazing.
Yeah, this is a good point. Why can't you own two businesses? Is it because your business told you that you can't? Because you're not a real business owner.
Exactly.
Amazing can happen with this. So I let all of that go that I had worked so hard for.
I don't think you worked that hard because you weren't doing so great.
And with that, you guys, I got blasted in their top leader pages and all these things. And I thought, that is so sad. That is so mean. That is not anything that I...
Oh, interesting. Did you make a choice and then people blasted you and you were like, that's so mean? And so then Angelique made a choice and people blasted her and you're like, Angelique, why are you a bitch? Interesting. You were actually on the other side of this and you're like, I've learned absolutely nothing.
I want to be like, which is why having these conversations is something that I always want to avoid. I don't want to be...
Avoiding conversations is not healthy. Sometimes, Miss Rose, you need to have the the difficult conversations because that is what's healthy. It is unhealthy to avoid difficult conversations because those are the conversations that are real. Those are the conversations that are genuine. If you would have had a real conversation with Angelique and actually, instead of saying, well, I tried to pour into you and I really just wanted to be your friend and you made your choice and you're linking arms with who you want to link arms with, you would have actually said, I don't understand. Please explain it to me. If you would listen, you just don't listen.
Be like that. But I also, there comes a point after giving grace and after talking things through and saying, is this the route you want to choose? You have to make a stand and say, okay, if you're linking arms with someone that hates this industry, that hates this company, and that's your people now, that's who you're linking arms with, if that's your people, then you're clearly not my people because I would never want to be around these people that are so mean and so cruel.
We just have like totally different definitions of what is mean and cruel.
Yeah, because apparently having a Zoom call about someone with over 100 and something people on the call and people talking shit on her in the chat, that's not fucking cruel.
Right.
That's totally okay. That's okay. And that's not negative. That's nothing. That's okay. That's accepted. That's all right.
But you, Brittany, making up lies in your reels about your business, and me standing next to you going, sorry, this is not true. This is an income claim. This is a medical claim. This is a health claim. This is not how much money you can make in a month because this is not achievable. I'm the mean person.
And so hateful and so vindictive.
Vindictive. That's
they're not my people. So you have to make a stand. And I told my husband I would never let someone come in and destroy my family and be able to say whatever they want about my family and go talk.
I mean, because they're not the same thing. They're just not the same thing.
Bad about my family. I would say, you got to go. You got to go. And that's where we are at this point right now. And that's why we're having this conversation with a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't know what's going on.
So my producer has just provided me with the definition for vindictive: having or showing a strong or unreasoning desire for revenge. An unreasoning desire for revenge. Brittany, have you wronged me already and I didn't know about it? See, this is the problem that I have with Brittany, is that she, and not just Brittany, but like anybody I've duetted, anybody I have debunked, is that they see it, and this fact that I am counteracting what they say and providing the truth, they're like, what do you mean I can't lie? You hate me. You're vindictive. I have nothing. I don't need revenge against you because I just pay for my gas and let it go. Like, I don't care.
But just like Connie said, it all comes down to who we want to be as leaders. How do we want to be perceived? How can we be the best that we can be? How do we want our culture and our community to be? And as leaders, I want each and every one of you guys, including myself, to always think of others, to always make people feel good, to always work.
Are you thinking of Angelique right now? Are you, like you said, you want people to always think of others? Are you thinking of others right now? Or are you thinking of yourself?
To always be transparent, to not do any of this crazy stuff that every anti-person that doesn't like direct sales says about us. We're not like that. We're not like that. And we're going to continue to train.
You are exactly like that. And you're showing that right now.
And grow each of you guys, especially new people like I was when I first started, to do it the right way. There's a right way to do this. There's a right way to be involved with this company, but I love this company so much.
Whoops.
I'm so proud.
Here's the right way to be involved with this company. Are you ready? A beginner's guide. Shut up and do whatever people tell you and leave your morals at the door, but go get yourself a What Would Jesus Do bracelet and you'll be just fine.
This company has blessed so many people. And if I'm being honest, like, I'll be damned if anyone tries to destroy it, because it's...
You know you're muted, Angelique.
Holy shit, you better watch out. Shall be damned. Holy shit.
She'll be damned.
Shit.
It has blessed way too many people. We sat around the beach in Florida, you guys, and I was sitting there with some top directors that have just become my friends. Like, we weren't there on a Monat trip. We were there because...
Wait, I was sitting around the beach, you guys, and I was just sitting around with some top directors who have just become my friends. Okay. I just needed to restate that to paint the picture.
Because we genuinely love each other, and we were having this heart to heart. And, those women could have spoke negativity, and they could have said, yeah, you're right. That's how you feel. That's how I feel. Oh, yeah, it's just not good.
So are you saying there are things that you could have complained about? Brittany, are you saying that you and those other directors, there are things that you could have said and sat and complained and bitched about that is normal in any business? Every single business, people stand at the water cooler or in the staff lounge and they complain about stuff. That doesn't mean they deserve to be fired. So are you admitting that there are things that you could have complained about? And if that's the case, like as I'm looking right at her because she's staring right back at me, if that's the case, if you're an SED, go talk to someone about it. I bet you Ryan Anderson's just waiting to gobble it up.
This or that, and they could have just fed that, right? But they spoke such life and positivity and brought such perspective on what this business does for so many people and the impact that it makes and the imprint that it makes and what blessings have come from it, that you can't help go, you're right. This is an amazing company. The people are amazing. This team especially is amazing. And so you have to be careful with who you surround yourself with. I encourage you guys in this business. It is such a mindset business that you need to surround yourself with positivity, with people that are uplifting you, that are talking good, that you can see the blessings that come from this. If you're following negativity, if you're following what's going on right now with the drama or whatever, and that's what you're filling your mind with, that's what you're going to.
This is definitely
Shut
a learning.
up, you fuck. Oh God, I'm muting myself.
This is. This is.
Buster! Buster!
I gotta know when she's got scissors.
I'm fine.
Well, no one's going to top that.
You're going to end up believing that, and you're going to miss out on all of the blessings that have taken place and that are going to continue to take place through this. I know I'm talking long and I'm talking in riddles and rambles. I just don't. I
left a different company to work on a full-time a little over a year ago, and this has been the most positive experience I've ever experienced. I have grown so much as a person thanks to this opportunity and the people I surround myself. So thankful.
Yeah, talk to me in 3 years when you're 3 years in.
Okay, let me pause for 1 second and go send my son up for bed.
And you're a stepping stone to get to somebody to a fucking rank. Then you can talk to me. Okay, girl?
It's very hard, you guys, for me to have this huddle.
Hard.
It's very not natural for me.
Yeah, it's not natural to have a fucking conversation. I'll tell you that right now.
It's a good reminder. It's easy to get sucked into gossip, toxic, and negativity. None of the gossip, toxic, and negativity. Like, I'm sorry. I can't.
What's funny is I'm looking up all these people right now. All of them follow me on Instagram.
Still?
Yep. It's like, you guys are so fucking fake.
Do you think Target has these meetings when people get fired?
So one way to deal with conflict is to try and see it from the other person's point.
Megan Lay.
Thing too, to end it, at least on my part, of just conflict. Okay, so let's get back to that because it's inevitable. It will come. I would just encourage you guys, if you do have it, and we've all had conflict, friends, good friends, not friends, all the things, you guys, we have to deal with it. My best piece of advice to you when you have conflict with somebody is to go to the person and talk to them. If that doesn't work and the conflict doesn't get resolved, and this is, I just go off the best methods I know from the Bible. Do I always get it right? No.
Hold on. So just to be clear though, they did. Like, right? Like, Angelique, like, can you unmute for a second? She did go to, she went to you, you went to her. You guys had a conversation and it did not go well. Is that right? Because she's saying when you have conflict, go to the person.
Yeah, I'm so fucking sure.
You guys did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're doing the exact opposite right now.
Exactly.
Like,
nobody came to me. Nobody came to me and said, "Hey, let's get on a call. If you guys are so concerned about this, have me on the call. And let's all talk about it."
The only call is that the original aggressor wants you to be on a call with her.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it helps keep me in line when I want to emotionally do something that maybe isn't smart. But go to the person, talk with them, say, you know what, that really, whatever, that doesn't work. Then you.
Sorry, but Jeff's iPhone said,
you don't go
Bratty, you and Connie are doing great. I'm sorry, but the I and the A are not close to each other, so. Bratty.
Spreading gossip to downlines, to sidelines, to, I'll tell you what, gossip is a mouth.
Oh no, this person says, I have gone through something negative recently. Don't talk about it. Don't ignore it. Just ignore it.
Oh,
Don't
and look at Tiny Branch enters the conversation.
Where?
Right there.
She's there.
Oh yeah. So nobody. No, I just can't. Hold on.
Buster!
Fire in your mouth that will burn your whole body down. So let me just tell you that much.
A fire in your mouth that will burn your whole body down. That's what I like to call Fireball, and it's in my liquor cabinet right now. Thank you very much.
And if you do know what's going on, it's not your place to go spread it around anybody or to talk about this person to anybody. You know what? Gossip dies when it hits a wise person's ear. That is one of my favorite phrases. I don't do it. I don't stand for it on my team, and none of you guys do too.
So are you the wise person?
You guys are so full of shit. And again, and I love Connie, and so I'm hurt because of how she's acted to me. And all of you guys gossip. All of you guys gossip.
This entire call is gossip.
Thank you. This entire call is gossip.
Because none of it is true.
I know that, but gossip is not. Did you hear what happened? And it's not helping anything, right?
So just again, the coach shit. Now we got rules to the gossip.
Gossip training number 1. That's the next thing that comes after the damage control training that only 17 people took. After that is gossip training.
Gossip dies when it hits a wise person's ear. You be the wise person and go, not going to do it. Okay. So I just want you to, when you think about conflict, you guys, it's ugly and it's not fun, but better to go to the person. And if that doesn't work, then you can get a third person or an upline involved. I've done many things where I've gotten on 3-way calls and we've had to talk through and we've had to walk through. And I would also say though, when it gets to the point where it doesn't, and or something is happening where it's just becomes something that is on and it is something that you can't resolve or that you can't make better. You can't always make some things better. I wish we could rectify every situation and every person. And I wish I could twist everything into good and make everyone's hearts go right and take all the pain away and take all the hurt away and take all the words away that were said that shouldn't have been said.
You know how you take the pain away? Apologize. Just say, I'm sorry. I was out of line.
What occurred was unintentional, completely regrettable, and I apologize if you guys are offended.
I wish I could. And I just can't because back to what I said before, I'm Connie. I'm not Jesus.
I'm Connie. I'm not Jesus. Sorry, and I paused on a great.
So if it doesn't get to that place or to that point, you guys, you're human. It's okay. Like Brittany said, you let people be people. You bless people. You release them in love from afar, and that's what you do. You don't go spread anything about it. You don't take it on to anyone else. You don't need to make it be anything else that it is. And that is how you deal with it. And it's never fun, but we're trying to be open with you to let you know that we go through it too all the time. And it keeps us up at night because so many of you are our friends and we love you and we get so connected to you and we just want everyone to get along.
Does it keep you up at night, Connie?
So just know that's how you deal with conflict. And then the second thing again is, what do you want to be known for? Do you want to be more known for what you're for or what you're against? And this is coming from my pastor too. He really taught us this. And he was like, I want to be more known for what I'm for. I don't want people to come look at my page or my life and go, wow, I know everything he's against and that he hates, but I don't know anything he loves.
You know what's so interesting is like, okay, so let's break that down. What are you for? Do you want to know what you're for and not what you're against? Well, I am against anti-ML. I am against multi-level marketing, which means that I am for the fair treatment of employees, truthness, no manipulation. I am for not stealing from people. So by being against something, that shows what you're for as well. If I say I'm against Satan, that lets people know that I am for Jesus. Like it makes, I'm against murder. Should I not be known for that?
Or anything that brings him joy, or anything that he's done to make impact, or anybody that's impacted him. And that has always stuck with me in my business. It doesn't mean I'm fake. It doesn't mean I don't talk about rough stuff or tough stuff, but I want to be known for what I'm for. I want people to look at Connie and go, oh, she's known for joy. She's known for love. She's human. She messes up. She's not perfect and doesn't try to be, but she's known for bringing people joy. And that's where you got to go with it. Before you get in a chat and you start going down the road with someone or you start getting in these things, go, wait a minute, what do I want to be known for? The peacemaker, the person that brings the peace, or the person that keeps lighting the gossip and lighting the fire and doing all the things. Okay, so that's just what I want to leave it with you guys. Keep that in your mind as you go and you grow in this business. And I promise you, the way you respond to things is...
Unless you want to be known for the person to make change, the person to try and make a company better, because if you want to be known for that, you better shut the fuck up and do something else. because that's not allowed. You're not allowed to be that person. Just FYI.
Yeah.
All you can control. You cannot control, just control the controllables. You cannot control what someone's intentions were. People are going to hurt you in the business because that's the way, because they're people. They may intentionally have done it. They may not have. They may have had a rough day. We just came off wrong. I don't know. But all you can do is control how you respond. And that's all you're called to do. Okay? So keep lifting each other up in those moments where you don't want to respond nice and you want to do something crazy, because we all get there. Go to the friend that's going to talk sense into you and go, no. Don't respond that way, Connie. Just pray over it with, let's go out. We're going to go to dinner. Go do what you got to do. Go have your girls' night, whatever, right? And that's all I got for you guys.
That's it?
So true. It's so good.
Wow.
I guess the last thing.
An actual WWJD.
He's the Son of God, and he shits all over you. You can't do what Jesus can do. You're the king of nothing, and he's the king of Jews. He knows every magic trick, you only know a few. Don't even bother asking, what would Jesus do?
Oh, what? I would tell you what Jesus would do. I think Jesus would say, y'all are being just not of my Father.
Yeah, I think Jesus would be like, y'all better stop trying to come after my child, because y'all know she's my favorite, and he would flip the table on this bitch. That's what I think Jesus would fucking do.
That I want to leave you with is...
Don't leave us.
I'm trying to think of
a way to manipulate you a little bit better.
You know what, I agree with 100% everything that Connie said. I want you to know, for me as a leader, as one of your leaders, I draw a line in the sand when it comes to cruelty and to just straight up like meanness.
So I'm just, what?
Oh,
is
God.
That okay? My producer's like, what?
I am okay with people having a difference of opinion. I'm okay with...
No, absolutely not. That's a lie. No, you're not. That's it. I fucking quit. I'm out of here. Come on. I can't do it anymore.
Wait.
Right?
No!
No, you're not okay with people having a difference of opinion.
You're not okay with people having a difference of opinion.
Outside of Monet, you've proven that you don't. Like, she posts things all the time that are very clear to not allow people with a difference of opinion. Do you have a specific story?
Well, even
or just this entire thing?
Even just this situation in itself.
Right.
I have a difference of opinion that I'm not being negative, that I'm just sharing, and I'm shining light on things I want change.
Right.
We have a difference of opinion, but I'm excommunicated, I'm blocked. That's where she draws. Like, you're lying.
Right.
You know, people wanting to do something different. This is not something where we're trying to keep you in something that you don't want to be in. I want you to be genuinely happy with what you're doing. I believe in this opportunity with my whole heart, and I've seen it, and I want each
of course you believe in this opportunity with your whole heart, because this opportunity with your whole heart has paid for that house behind you and you retiring your husband because of the massive downline. And if that massive downline suddenly quits, you're not going to get your massive bonus check on April 15th. And so you guys are trying to run damage control because you are terrified that you are going to lose your massive downline and it will affect your pockets.
That part right there.
Every one of you to feel that and see that too. But where I do draw a line is when things go down a road of being mean and hurtful and hateful, and
unless somebody's being mean and hateful to me, then that's okay.
And Miss Rose, nobody said mean, hurtful, or hateful things to you.
Nope,
this was not about you at all.
She doesn't even go.
You're acting in a way where you're. It's literally just destruction and death. Like you don't.
Is she talking about herself? I feel like she's about to prank us. Is Ashton Kutcher about to come out?
Who is dead?
Yeah, like
who is dead? Are you dead, Bruno? Damn, who is dead?
Like, it's not that serious. It's just shampoo. It's not that. It's not death. It's not death and destruction. This is not Sodom and Gomorrah.
Don't care who you hurt in the process. You don't care about anyone else. You're just gonna burn it down and
burn this place ground!
That is not okay with me. And that's where I draw a line in the sand. So if you hear...
Thank you to this beautiful person. I saw the video and didn't think it was hateful.
Exactly. Thank you.
Round of applause.
I just want everyone to succeed. This breaks my heart. No, it doesn't break your heart because you're getting my entire team that I worked for 3 years to build all rolls up to you, you fucking liar.
Yeah, so your money upline to Angelique is going to be, you're going to have a great August 15th check or April 15th check.
Oh, well, she took me out of my page. No, I don't just randomly go take people out of my pages, but I will protect my business and I will protect my people and I will protect the people.
But I'm not allowed to protect anybody. I'm not allowed to look up. I'm not allowed to be negative. I'm not allowed to protect anybody. I'm not allowed to do shit.
I will protect people from seeing the truth about how it is that we run our business. I will protect people from finding out about Detective Lovey's Instagram.
People that love this business just as much as I do, and I won't allow anyone to come in here to try to burn it all down.
This girl is on fire.
So I want you to know that about me.
And this
so everyone here
is a liar.
So good.
Everyone here knows that. And I was talking to Connie about this earlier, and I'm going to leave you with this. I think that
please leave us already.
It just makes me so sad to even have to be on this call.
Oh, here it comes. Wait, everybody, go get your tissues. She's about to cry. Here you go, Brittany. She's about to cry. Wait for it. Wait for the fallacies that are coming. The illogical fallacies. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Talking about this because it is ridiculous, and I'm thinking, what are these people thinking? What are these hundreds of people thinking right now listening to this? Like, this is the dumbest.
Oh, this is great. Somebody just said the CC Suarez interview video on YouTube.
Thing I've ever heard in my life, because it really is dumb. It is the dumbest thing. This could have been avoided. This is not how we act. This is not how we should act. It blows my mind at the immaturity that's taken place, because that is not...
Again, are you talking about yourself, my dear? Are you, I'm about to be punked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? I think that's what's happening.
Can we put my
Venmo
in
team? That is not the people I surround myself with. I've had some pretty heartbreaking things.
You know what? You know what, Brittany? I'm gonna give you my theater degree, because you're just you are doing such a great job. You deserve my $75,000 theater degree, honestly, because this is moving. You deserve an Oscar award, and I promise that nobody will slap you, or you won't slap anyone if you're getting the award.
Attention over the last week. I mean, life-altering situations. And
yeah, I lost my whole fucking business. That's life-altering. The fuck?
I'm sitting here going, this is what we're talking about? This is what we're dealing with right now. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, but you know what? It didn't have anything to do with you. So the thing you're about to say, because I did listen to this part, the thing you're about to say, you could just go deal with that. You don't even need to be doing this, because this had nothing to do with you.
And there is just, it just brings it into perspective. We just had a friend. I had a childhood friend that I went to junior high with, and I mean, gone to church with him my whole life. His wife, my age, just found out that she's paralyzed out of nowhere, you guys. She has 3 little babies, and
they do this all the time. So now everybody's like, oh my God, the call, it was so good. I have chills. It was this, it's right. That's not what this is. The people are going to walk away thinking that this was something else, and they're hiding what it actually was.
Exactly. It's a redirect.
A freak, weird thing that happened, and she's paralyzed at the moment. And she's fighting for her life in a hospital. She has 3 little babies. Her bills are racking up. And we're having a conversation about someone's feelings getting hurt, and she couldn't handle it maturely. And then it just escalated, and it's being blasted all over social media.
Also, when did when did they turn into the maturity police? Like, when did they decide what is mature? This is absurd.
In the most immature way. And I'm thinking, how is this even possible, right? I just had another one of my really, really good friends.
Here comes another one.
Here's some really devastating news about her baby. Her brand new little baby that's a month old, you guys. These are real life issues. We've gone through some really, really, really heavy stuff in the last few years. Heavy. People are struggling. This is not a struggle. This is not a struggle. We sell shampoo.
So she just completely took out any validity of, she's really trying to invalidate anything you are experiencing right now. She's saying, my friend just got terrible news about her baby, so you don't matter because this thing over here is happening. So you know what, Angelique, also, there's a war in Ukraine and Russia, so this no longer matters. Like, why are you caring about yourself because Putin is bombing Ukraine? Or, you know what I mean? Like, they're fallacies. They do not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, in this moment, it doesn't matter.
We work for an amazing company, and we have a lot of fun doing it. Are we going to have conflicts? Are we going to have little things that irk us and irritate us? Can we work through that? Absolutely. But it's all about perspective. What is really important? Can we fix this? I think we could have. I think this could have all been avoided. I don't think she had to get terminated. This could have been avoided. 100%. But
yeah, it could have been avoided if you had just maybe called Ryan Anderson, called your buddy Stu, and been like, you guys need to make sure that she's protected. You could have protected her. But actually, maybe you couldn't have. Maybe you're not willing to step up and defend her because you're afraid of getting the axe. But don't worry. Brittany Rose, you've not said anything racist or anti-Semitic that I can found. So, you're honestly the Virgin Mary compared to the rest of your SEDs.
Actions lead to consequences, and everybody has a choice. My kids, every time they do something, I go, is that your choice? You chose to do that. Now you're either in trouble or you're going to get a reward out of your actions. What are you doing? Each of us have actions, you guys, to uplift or to tear down, to speak positively, to speak negatively, to put things into perspective of what is really important. I love this company so much. I love this team so much. I stand with Monat. I
really hope that this call being released to the world puts things in perspective for you, Brittany, because you really sound absurd right now.
With this opportunity, I think it can bless you. But let's bring it back to perspective. Let's not have these kind of conversations. If something's bothering you, we don't want to shove that under the rug. We want to talk about it, but we don't need to get...
Both parties messed up, not just one side or the other. They were both wrong, and 100% this could have been avoided.
She's probably going to get blocked, whoever that is.
You're going to get fired. Girl. Somebody check up on her. Does she have a termination letter? Somebody go find her Instagram right now.
On these calls and have drama-filled sessions. That's not what we're about. That's not what I'm ever going to be about. And I know that you guys respect that, and you want the same. About. So I hope that this kind of brings awareness, brings perspective. We can all kind of move.
I think it's important to acknowledge that the person is clearly struggling and to be kind to the individual despite the situation. People are struggling so badly, and even in times of distasteful actions, it's so important for us to be kind and pour life even into those who don't always act positively. I feel like she wants to be on your side, but she also is trying to ride the fence, and she's going to get some splinters.
Move on. If you're watching this unfold, I would say protect your mind.
So don't listen to anything that I have to say, because I'm going to infiltrate your mind.
I had to now say, okay, I'm making a choice. I'm protecting my mind, and I'm done. I can't let this.
But only one-sided blasted the other on social media. That's too far.
Yeah, she's a fucking idiot too.
You should probably check yourself.
Can't let this seep into my heart anymore.
Also, let's be clear, subtle things, Bible verses, posting that you got flowers from Monet when you were the aggressor, that's also posting your crap on the internet.
And I hope that you don't let it seep into your mind and your heart anymore either. It's not going to do any good for anyone. So that's all I have to say about it.
Love you guys. And honestly,
do you love
ahead.
all 200 of these people?
I was just going to say, we love you guys. We are excited for you guys because we know some really fun things that are still on the agenda that are coming up. And we just hope to see so many of you guys in Vegas. We want to hug you. We want to squeeze you. And let's go out. Be remembered for what we're for and not for what we're for against. Gosh, I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying. I love you guys.
All right. Bye.
Any last thoughts? Are you okay, Angelique?
I'm honestly I cannot believe. I mean, yes, I can. I cannot believe that they would get on a Zoom call. Like, these are top leaders. They would get on a Zoom call and allow people to be in this chat and to say the things that they said about me but that's okay. But yet, when literally 24 hours before, when I'm talking to one of them on the phone and they're so upset that reels get made about them and people are talking negatively about them, that's okay. And I'm being told, you okay this? You okay people to treat me this way? What are you're hosting a call and allowing people, and I'm texting her at the same time right now. I'm like, I'm watching this call and I'm so grossed out.
Wait, you're texting her right now?
Yes. Fuck yeah, I am.
I'm
like, I'm so grossed out that you literally just said, you can't believe that you're so upset that Mallory does this to you, that she drags you through the mud. And look what you're allowing people to do to me. And what's worse is you're my friend and you're allowing this. And she says, this is what she said. She said, oh, lesson learned. I know next time to disable the chat.
That's not the lesson. All right. I will wrap this up, this recording here. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. We'll keep talking through your emotions here, but I don't want to keep recording so that you can speak more freely.